Combating crime in the capital city and surrounding areas. This is a goal of a new task force made up of federal, state, and local law enforcement.
Yeah, we learned a lot more about it this morning at a news conference. Since launching last month, authorities say the Metro Area Crime Suppression Unit, also known for short as MAX, is already making a difference and getting some real results.
MAX is led by the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency and includes the Montgomery Police Department, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, the Alabama Attorney General's Office, and ATF. Today they shared in just the first 12 days, the task force made 49 arrests, recovered about a half a dozen stolen cars, and seized 33 guns, 4 of which had illegal modifications. Now, authorities say the overall goal is to make the city safer and restore the community's faith in law enforcement.
This message is for those people that think they can disrupt our way of living, disrupt our business community, disrupt these families in these neighborhoods and these communities. This message is for you. This message is, if we didn't get you this time, we're going to get you the next time. So what the message we're sending is that we hear the calls, we hear the complaints, and we're doing something about it.
The reality is that usually ALEA and the AG's office are not directly involved in local violent crime initiatives. I can tell you this effort didn't begin as a result of a phone call from city officials or even from the local police department. It was because we heard the citizens of Montgomery. We heard you demand that you needed to feel safe in this community. And we responded. And responded in a way that you've already heard dramatic success from all of the partners involved.
They exemplify what can be achieved when different agencies work together towards a common goal. As we continue to support and applaud the efforts of all the agencies involved and the Metro Area Crime Suppression Unit, let us remember the importance of community involvement and cooperation in creating a safer environment for everyone. Together, we can make a difference and build a brighter future for all of our citizens.
And joining us now is ALEA Secretary Hal Taylor. And Secretary Taylor, this partnership is to make sure that residents feel safe where they live.
Correct. And that's our goal. When we first started this initiative, the main thing we wanted to do is try to make the citizens of this state, the citizens of Montgomery, we hear them. As General Marshall said, they're asking for something. Please help. We want to come together. We want to help Montgomery. We want to help Montgomery County, and we want to help the citizens here. So with us as ALEA, with Montgomery County, Derek Cunningham, MPD, Attorney General's Office, ATF, some other federal partners, that's what we're trying to do with this task force, is all come together, work as one, and hopefully help the situation that's going on now in Montgomery.
With that many agencies involved, you've already made a big dent, it sounds like. Rosanna mentioned the number of arrests you've made in just about a month's time. How significant is that, and how were you able to do that?
You know, so what we did was come in and we got with Montgomery City and County and picked up some of the warrants for people who were really some of the really bad guys that needed to be picked up. So as the numbers you saw earlier, they for 12 times being out, that's a lot. We picked up guns, we picked up vehicles, we put several people in jail for warrants, several outstanding capital murder warrants. So they're in jail. That gets a lot of crime off the streets. It gets the guns off the streets. So we've been very effective with that so far.
You all also talked about law enforcement building relationships and building back the trust with the community. Why is that so important, and why should everyone in our community care about that specific component of this?
Well, I feel like that the trust factor, because they haven't seen possibly as many law enforcement in the area, just because, you know, everybody's down with employment. Montgomery needs some more additional police officers. Derek has some. He has a full, I think he has all he needs. I would like to have some more. Everybody would like to have some more. But when they don't see them and the crime is like it is and things are happening, you know, they need to know that we're there, and we need to build that trust and that relationship back with them, with the community, and they need to trust us and we trust them, and all work together to help this problem.
How did this task force come about? And is this the first time the state has worked with local law enforcement agencies in this way?
So no, it's not. In my career, we've worked in other cities and counties and helped them with other task force when they've had problems like this in the past. But this isn't new. It's new for here. And we just put it together, ALEA put it together and got with the sheriff and the AG and MPD to try to come together to see if we couldn't work as a force multiplier and having more people there just to help them, because they need additional help. They need additional police on the road.
So your department came up with the idea and then reached out to the local agencies, and
Yes, sir.
you were responding, I assume, to citizens' complaints about crime in the area?
That's correct. Everywhere I would go, I would hear somebody would say, hey, can y'all help? Is there a way for y'all to help Montgomery, and can the county help? Can you help their Sheriff Cunningham? And can y'all work together? And I said, sure, there is a way to do that. We just need to come together, come up with a solution, and we train together. We all work together, and for several weeks and days before we actually went out working, so that everybody's on the same page and understands what each agency does. It sounds easy, like you could just put everybody together, but it's as simple as little things like radio communications. You know, the sheriffs are on one frequency, the city's on another one, and we're on the other one. So you have 3 different dispatchers, so we hear 3 different things. So we had to overcome things like that. We can all hear each call now. We all hear the same thing. So if Montgomery responds to something, and a trooper hears it, or one of Sheriff Cunningham's, they can be heading that way as well until the person says, I'm okay, everything's fine. Then you can go back and do something else. It also helps them too. It reassures that officer out here that I've got backup. I've got somebody coming to help me. And that's really huge when you're out there by yourself and you don't really know what you're pulling up on. And you know that somebody's coming to back you up.
Sounds like a big improvement.
Very big.
Yeah.
Secretary Taylor, thank you so much for joining us on First at 4. We thank you for all of the work law
You're very
enforcement does
welcome.
in our
Thank you
community.
so much for having me.
Best of luck to all of you, and we'll have more on this as WSFA 12 News continues to target crime. Coming up on WSFA 12 News at 5 and 6 tonight.